Okay, so it's spring now, it's almost summertime. So, as most of you know, there will be a lot of new riders out there on the roads. And there will be people like me that's been riding for a few years. And there will be people that have been riding for 10 plus years. And there will also be people that have been riding maybe 6 months to a year now. And they're getting all their friends into riding. So now we have a bunch of new riders, and these new riders need coaches or mentors of some sort. Now, I've seen firsthand the cons of having a brand new rider, I'm saying a year and under, leading these new riders who have only been riding for a week, 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever it is. So basically, very new riders trying to take on even newer riders. So it's kind of a blind leading the blind situation. But this video is gonna bring up a few points about how to lead your new riders, how to ride with your new riders, to coach them and to mentor them in a way that's both beneficial to their riding skill and to the overall safety. Now in front of me is a good friend of mine. I've known this guy for over 10 years now, actually. But we took the MSF class together 3 years ago, and he's just now got his bike. Of course, I got mine a week after the class is over, so I've had a couple of years on him. But nonetheless, he's riding now. So right now we're going for a little practice session in a parking lot. But I want to talk about a few things. Number one, when leading new riders, don't actually lead them. I'm talking about in terms of riding. See how he's in front of me right now? This allows him to set his pace. So he's not playing catch up. He can go as slow as he wants, as fast as he's comfortable with. He doesn't feel pressured to go faster, to catch up at least. Another thing to do is to give them ample space when you're following them. If you're right on their ass, they're going to feel pressure to go faster. Or they might panic and kind of, they'll get confused. They don't know what to do. So give them plenty of space behind them. Don't pressure them into going faster. Number two, make sure they're familiar with the roads that they're riding on initially. Don't take them, 500 miles out and ride some crazy canyon or anything like that. Take them somewhere where they're familiar, or have them take you through familiar roads that they're familiar with. So that way, there's no surprises. There's no, turns that might come up unexpectedly. There's nothing like that. Usually I'd roll up next to him and talk to him, but I'm going to stay back here so I can keep commentating. But just pay attention to how they ride as well. Pay attention to where their head is in the turns, the body position while riding, their takeoff. You can kind of tell that was kind of choppy right there. He needs a little work on the clutch control. So all these things you won't be able to see if you're in front of them. So I always try to lead from the behind, from the back, so I can see exactly what needs to happen to improve their riding. Also, all the other things that I mentioned. Another thing is make sure they're properly geared. Before they're all done up with a brand new bike, make sure they have all the gear they need to be protected in the event of a crash. Most new riders will have some kind of spill, If you're lucky enough, you might just get away with just dropping your bike. But, it's going to happen. So make sure they're geared up. And don't immediately take them to the freaking canyons. I've had experiences where someone's been riding all of 3 months and then we went up to GMR. Guess what? Their bike ended up on the side of the mountain. And then when we got it out, it was rideable, but he crashed again on the way back down the mountain. So 2 crashes in 1 day. So don't immediately say, hey, let's go ride in the canyons. There's nothing to prove in the canyons until, there's really nothing to prove in the canyons at all. It's just to have fun. But people always make a competition. People's egos get in the way. And new riders, they're not exactly prepared for the canyons yet. So, yeah. So yeah, just keep in mind a few of these things. Try to be good mentors to your rider. Don't do anything stupid like do burnouts or wheelies or anything like that right off the bat if you want to be a responsible rider or a responsible mentor. Just be a good coach. Don't put them down. Don't be like, oh, you're so slow. Just gonna be... Allow them to take everything at their own pace. Don't push them to go faster if they're not comfortable with it. Don't push them to do anything they're not comfortable doing. You know, like for example, my friend has never split lanes yet, so when I ride with him, I don't pressure him to get, you know, split lanes. I don't lead in front of him and then split lanes or anything like that. So these are all things to keep in mind. I'm sure there's tons more, but that's all I can get in this video right now. So yeah. Hopefully, we'll see less crashes this year as summer rolls around, but I'm sure we'll still see plenty of squids that are not geared whatsoever. So, gear up, ride safe, and I'll talk to you guys later.